Welcome back, Golly Vibes family. I pray everybody is good. So much is coming out. So much is coming out, guys. It's like the further the year comes down to an end, more and more comes out. What has come out now? JLo's ex-husband says that she's a witch, ultimately. She dabbles in witchcraft. She's done it for a very long time. And we're going to get into some real detailed stuff today. Warning. If you love J-Lo, this could be for you. Actually, you absolutely need to stay here to gain more knowledge on the person you're listening to. And this is what happens with a lot of different individuals that are really big. You wonder how they get that far. Dabbling in witchcraft, maybe. Satanism, maybe. Yeah. Now, which ex-husband am I talking about? Not Ben. Not even Mark. We're talking about some guy I didn't even know about. I had no idea about this person. You probably didn't either. It was before the fame, ladies and gentlemen. It was before Diddy, who he actually speaks on. A guy named Johnny. Who in the world? It's crazy how this just came out of the blue. Came out of the blue, but that's how the Lord works. That's how the Lord works. He'll show us something when we're least expecting it. And I showed you a song on this girl that she has called Church, where she came out even on stage, dressed as a half-naked nun, had different individuals around her. Completely ridiculous. Just disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. But yeah, she had a husband named Johnny. When I seen the stuff he was saying about her, about the sacrifices, about the witchcraft, when I seen this stuff, you guys, because I'm somebody who likes to check facts. So I went ahead and I started Googling this guy. And I even seen on when I went to her spouses, you see Ben Affleck, you see Mark Anthony, you see Chris Judd, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 1997 to 1998, J-Lo was married to a guy named Johnny, who dabbled in witchcraft with her. Clearly, it was when she first started. Clearly. But there he is. Not a guy playing a game, not a guy acting, a guy who's telling the truth about his ex-wife and how she got into a lot of relationships. Now, we're going to go into what he said. I want to show you guys a video about different things that he said, but I'm also going to show you something that Ben Affleck said, which is going to blow your mind. Now, Ben Affleck is a huge star. You've seen him get married recently. Then you've seen him divorced. You've seen him miserable. Slamming doors, yelling at this woman on the red carpet. How can that be? Because the potion that worked on him eventually wore off. We're going to get into that. Check out what Johnny was talking about.
JLo's ex-husband claims that JLo sacrificed chickens for Santeria rituals. Johnny Noah married Lopez in February of 1997. When they were desperate to save their marriage, he visited an LA home of a Santeria guru with JLo. This is what he was saying. Noah said, quote, "We participated together in sacrifices of chickens and hens, and in one occasion, I was present when they were cleansing Jennifer with the blood of a hen.
What?
The hen's blood was poured over Jennifer until she was covered in it," Noah said. "Then she was bathed in holy water to wash away the blood, and herbs were passed over her body. Meanwhile, the godmother was asking the gods to cleanse Jennifer and save our marriage," he said. Noah testified that Lopez, quote, "was doing voodoo when we weren't married. She was doing bad things to a lot of people when we were friends. And I knew all this time because we did personally, me and her, to this particular lady." Noah added that Lopez did voodoo and, quote, "all this religious bullshit," unquote, to former lovers, including Sean Puffy Combs. She's been accused of doing voodoo on her ex-boyfriends, dude. Ben Affleck, Sean Diddy Combs, this Johnny guy.
It would make sense because they all look.
This woman was covered in chicken blood. This is an ex-husband talking about his ex-wife. And this is far. We're in 2024 now. He has no reason, and I don't even know exactly when this was written, but it's all coming out now. He has no reason to lie about these things.
Finally ready to spill some tea about the real woman behind the fame. One of the biggest bombshells Ojani dropped is that Jennifer's true love has always been herself. He claims that her drive for success and need for validation have always come before any relationship. So, while she might seem like a devoted partner, Ojani says she's really been all about her own goals and desires. His take on Jennifer being more into self-love than actually connecting with her partners paints a pretty different picture of her than what we usually see. He even predicted that her reunion with Ben Affleck in 2021 wouldn't last, saying that her habit of putting herself first would eventually mess things up. Now, with rumors swirling about issues in Jennifer and Ben's marriage, it looks like Ojani might have been onto something. And then there is also the wildest claim from Ojani. He says Jennifer has dabbled in dark magic and love spells to keep her partners around. He suggests that her strong desire to control her relationships has led her to explore some pretty unconventional and even creepy methods. While these claims are pretty out there and haven't been proven, they definitely add some drama to the story of Jennifer's love life. If there's any truth to this, it could mean that Jennifer's romantic pursuits are about more than just wanting companionship. They might be part of a deeper need to stay in control. Ojani's claims fit into a long history of accusations about Jennifer's relationships. Whether or not there's any truth to them, they definitely add to the ongoing saga of her complicated love life and raise some eyebrows about what she might do to keep her partners close.
Hasn't she learned that it's not working yet? After so many engagements, after all these marriages, hasn't she learned that the spiritual technique that she's working, which is demonic, is not working yet? You hear what Ojani said? She's so in love with her. She's in love with herself more than anything. Somebody can be so in love with themselves that they don't care how they get what they want to get. They don't care how they get where they want to be. Whether it's rituals, where there's spiritual works, dark magic, demonic activity, Satanism, asking the devil for things. They don't care as long as they get what they want. They're that in love with themselves. They're infatuated with themselves and who they are. She thought making a documentary talking about her then husband, Ben Affleck, was going to keep him around. The documentary was about her, though. But she acted as if it was about him, talking about him in the documentary. And JLO is clearly obsessed with herself and has gotten herself into some real spiritual trouble. Now you have a better understanding on why she was up there talking about Miss Harris, reading the teleprompter, acting like she was crying.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? You know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter.
Ma'am, you are reading a teleprompter, acting like you're crying. How visible does it have to be for you to see it? That's the true question. How visible does it have to be? You can clearly see her reading the teleprompter, but you still got people that look at that and start crying with her. Foolishness. Oh my gosh, it's JLO. She's touching my heart right now. Did you see her speech last night? No, did you see her speech last night? It was beautiful. It was magnificent. It came straight from the heart. No, it came from a computer screen. Absolutely ridiculous. How brainwashed are you is the question. How brainwashed has these celebrities got you? Because they're puppets on strings, but you're their puppets on strings. Not me. The Lord has woke me up. Thank God. Thank Jesus Christ. Thank Jesus Christ for waking me up, for saving me. Hallelujah. For putting me out of that deception of Hollywood and allowing me to see an outer perspective on what was really going on. Can you be in that same position? Now, this isn't directed to my brothers and sisters in Christ. This is directed to the fans of JLO that are watching this. Clearly in deception. Probably some of y'all are doing the same thing, trying to learn the same thing. Santeria nonsense. Bringing food to altars. As if these false gods are really about to eat the food. Foolishness. Golden calves. Absolutely ridiculous. Now that was her ex-husband Ojani. People might see that and be like, oh, we don't know who he is. We don't care about what he says. Okay, well, let's go to Batman. Gaffo! Let's go to Batman. Oh, it all started off just perfectly. White garments. What is symbolic about a witch in a white garment? Nothing. It should have been red. And I don't say this with hate in my heart. I say this with pure intention of hoping somebody like this can come out of the darkness that they're in. Because she's been practicing with this satanic nonsense for years. Years. Mr. Batman himself got into a predicament. Ben Affleck spooked JLO may try to cast voodoo hexes. I'm still Jenny from the... What is going on, Jay? Voodoo hexes like her first husband publicly accused. What is going on? Stuff is really just coming out on these witches, ain't it? Boy, oh boy. We've been trying to tell you. Your favorite celebrities, your favorite actresses, your favorite political people. Drain the swamp. Let's read some more into this. Jennifer Lopez has been embracing her spiritual side like never before as she tries to cope with her new normal post-divorce, and it's got Ben Affleck panicking. His ex may be putting a hex on him, a source exclusively tells In Touch. Ben Affleck out there panicking. It went from jingle bells to witches from hell. That quick. She put a spell on him. Cast a spell on him. And he woke up from it. You know when he was waking up? When he was mad and he was yelling on the red carpet. He was slamming the door. This and that. That's when he was waking up. He said, what in the world have I... He woke up one morning and said, what in the world have I got involved in? He couldn't believe it. He left her and was away from her for years. She put together one of them potions. Got him back. She said, let me add a little bit of this in it. Let me add a little bit of that. Smoke rising. Big pot. One of them cabins in the wood filled with branches on it. Let me give him one of these. This will get him back. Filling a potion up. Got that boy back. Married him. He married her this time. She said, oh yeah, he in there. He in there. We got him. We got him. As days progress, whatever that spell was wore off. This is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what the devil gives you, no matter what the enemy gives you, no matter what you get while operating in darkness, it is only temporary. Only temporary. That's why I said, hasn't she learned yet? All these engagements and marriages, hasn't she learned yet? No, because she's in a space of full delusion, and things have worked for her thus far. So she figures, well, it has to work. It always works. Yeah, Jay, but it always messes up. Even your fame is coming to an end. Your celebrity status has dropped dramatically. Nobody wants to go to a JLO concert anymore. You better go to Vegas and do a resort. A source previously dished to In Touch that JLO seeing photos with Ben and Jen. Now, for those who don't know who Jen is Ben Affleck's, I don't know if he married her or not, but it's his ex. He has like 3 kids with her. His real love. That's his real love. He over there trying to get Jen back after Ben trying to get Jen after Jen. Ben got something with Jen's. But he like, yo, he's looking to her for comfort. She's in a state of being uncomfortable. He wants comfort. She's uncomfortable. But, you know, it's sad. JLo done got this man trapped in voodoo and potions and spells. The man then woke up and he want his ex boo back. And she like, look, Ben. Look, Ben. Don't bring it over here. Whatever's attached to you, don't bring it over here. Keep it over there. So, JLo seeing photos of Ben and Jen looking more like a couple than a pair of exes was the push she needed to finally file for divorce. All of this heartbreak has gotten the Gone Girl actor Ben Affleck worried his soon-to-be ex-wife is thinking outside the box of lawyers and mediators and is interested in trying something more arcane to rectify the situation. What could that be? She's shown him some pretty impressive skills. Witchcraft, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive skills over the years as far as predicting certain things. Even Tom Brady's wife is into this stuff. Anyways, over the years and as far as predicting certain things and just her ability to manifest stuff, boy oh boy, the source says of JLo's paranormal abilities. Intense, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Johnny, 50, who was married to the Let's Get Loud singer for just 11 months. So just under a year. From 1997 to 1998, claimed. He didn't claim, he said. Oh, Johnny said. Johnny said, look, this is it. She a witch. She practices this. This is that. She got many lovers. I'm going to put it out there on the table. You can believe it or not. That's what he said. Claims she practices Santeria, a religion that can involve chanting, trance states, and animal sacrifices. See, y'all be thinking this stuff is just on movies. How do you think it got to the movies? You think movies aren't telling you something? You think movies aren't literally trying to bring reality to the screen? You just think it's just a dream? The Cuban native alleges JLo used the practice to cast spells on him, as well as former fiance Sean Diddy Combs, second husband Chris Judd, and third husband Mark Anthony, now fourth husband Ben Affleck. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? She out at the club like this. Fellas, if you see JLo, say, hey, gotta go. Hey, no. When you see JLo, say, hey, no. Boy, oh boy. It might sound far-fetched and laughable, yeah, for those who aren't really understanding the spiritual aspect of life. For those who don't understand that the spiritual is much more real than the physical. For them, yeah. For those completely in the matrix, blind in this flesh and in this avatar, yeah, probably for them it's laughable. It won't be laughable when they leave this body. I guarantee you that. The source continues, but it's got Ben a little spooked because he knows JLo believes in that sort of thing and does play around with it. Oh, she don't play around with it. She a full-blown witch. Which way did she go? Ain't playing around with nothing. Which way did the witch go? He's a lot more superstitious than people think he is. Listen, being out there knowing what's up. He been in the house. He's seen the chickens with no heads. He jokes about it, wanting to stay on her good side so she doesn't put a curse on him. Yo. The scary thing about dealing with witches and dealing with warlocks is they operate in the spirit. So you can't just tell an officer, like, hey, they doing spells on me. They out here doing voodoo, and they could just arrest them. You can't do that. They're operating in the spirit. You got to come to a more powerful source. The only one. glory is the Lord's. Only one will get you out of this bondage, Ben. Somebody call Ben up. Let me talk to this man real quick. Somebody call Ben up. Only one will get you out of this spiritual prison, Ben, because you've attached yourself to her. You don't just leave her and it comes apart. That's what you don't understand. You now must be delivered, my friend. You now must come into a space where you have the key to unlock the spiritual bondage that you're in, because right now you are in spiritual prison. It doesn't matter if you leave the woman, the spirit is on you. You can't see it, Ben, but it's there. Somebody call Ben. Ben, where you been? First thing I'm going to say to Ben as soon as I get on the phone with him. I'm going to let you guys know how the conversation goes, too. Ben, where you been? Ben, where you been? We been looking for you, Ben. That's the first 4 sentences that's going to come out of my mouth. Ben, where you been? Ben, where you been? We been looking for you, Ben. Boy, oh boy, I feel bad for him. He jokes around wanting to stay on her good side so she doesn't put a curse on him. That's sad. But there's definitely a part of him that does believe she might have the power to do something like that. There's not a part of him. He wholeheartedly believes it. He's seen it. This is his wife. He knows what she's into. Doesn't want to put it all out there because he doesn't have a power. He doesn't know the Lord like that. So he's scared. This is a man in fear because he's been dealing with a witch. Of course he's afraid. Of course he has fear. He doesn't know Christ. Y'all wonder why I'm on here. I talk the way I talk. Some people ask me things like, well, how don't you have no fear and this and that? It's not me. Y'all think I was talking like this before I came to the Lord and was fully following Christ? I was talking in the world. I was on some other stuff, but not like this. This is the Holy Spirit completely being my armor, completely speaking through me. God in me. I realize who I am in the kingdom. That has nothing to do with me personally. This is the Lord. When you come into that place, you realize you're free. It doesn't matter if I'm here or gone. That's where I'm at. When this life has no meaning other than the purpose of spreading Christ, it doesn't matter about the persecution or the tribulation or what the outcome may be, as long as you are good in God's eyes. You understand that? It doesn't matter. Don't fear man who can destroy the body, but fear God who can destroy the body and the soul. There's no need to be afraid in this life. This life is short. After this life, when you die, you will wake up into reality. And this will just be a dream. In fact, it is a dream. But you can wake up now, or you can wake up when you die. Which one are you going to do? Let me know what you guys think of the video. I love you guys. God bless. Shalom.